All right, let's dive right into this explainer. We are looking at one of the greatest neurological mysteries of your own mind. It's something we literally all share, yet it's entirely about what we've lost.
So I want you to take just a second and think about your earliest memory. What comes to mind? Maybe it's your first day of school, right? Or a birthday party where you had a blast. Or maybe it's that terrifying moment you got lost in a supermarket and totally panicked.
Okay, got it? Now, try to push a little further back. Try to remember something from when you were just 1 year old. Or, hey, 6 months old. Actually, let's go all the way back. Try to remember the literal day you were born.
You can. I mean, almost nobody can. And if you think about it, that is incredibly strange. During those first few years of life, your brain was working harder than it ever will again. You were learning to walk, to talk, to decode the entire world around you. Yet somehow, you remember absolutely none of it.
Which brings us to Chapter 1, the mystery of missing memories. So where do they actually go? Did your brain just hit delete, or are they still hidden deep inside your mind somewhere? You know, for a long time, scientists thought babies simply couldn't form memories at all. But it turns out they do, constantly. A 6-month-old easily recognizes faces, and a 1-year-old will remember exactly how a toy works weeks later. So the real mystery here isn't why babies don't make memories, it's why we lose access to them later on. And this brings us to infantile amnesia. It's the phenomenon that explains why almost nobody can remember experiences from their first 3 to 4 years of life, even though we know for a fact that those memories once existed. Let's interrogate our suspects, starting with Chapter 2, the under construction hippocampus. We're looking at a tiny brain structure here, and, well, right now, it's a bit of a construction zone.
Think of your hippocampus kind of like your brain's memory librarian. Its whole job is to organize your experiences into long-term memories. But when you're a baby, it's literally like trying to run a massive library while construction workers are still hammering away building the shelves. The information is coming in, sure, but the system just isn't fully developed yet, which makes those early memories almost impossible to retrieve later on.
This brings us right into our next suspect in Chapter 3, saving files without names. And our primary culprit here? Yep. It's language. Just imagine trying to save a file on your computer, but you don't give it a name. Trying to find it later would be a total nightmare, right? Well, the exact same thing happens with human memories. As adults, we use language as labels to retrieve our mental files. We save our long-term memories with distinct phrases and little stories, telling ourselves things like, "We went to the beach," or "I fell off my bicycle." But babies? They don't have those labels. They don't have language yet. They experience the world purely through sights, sounds, smells, emotions, and just raw physical sensations. And because these experiences are stored completely without words, years later, your heavily language-reliant adult brain really struggles to find those unlabeled files. Moving on to Chapter 4, Renovating the Growing Brain. This next suspect involves a brain under heavy construction, and more specifically, your developing sense of self.
Think about it. Right now, you know exactly who you are. You have a name, a history, a unified personality. But babies don't have that yet. They don't even fully grasp that they are separate individuals moving through time. So, forming memories before that stable identity clicks into place, it's like trying to read random pages from the novel before the main character has even been introduced. It is incredibly hard to preserve a narrative when there's no protagonist. And then we have an even more dramatic physical suspect on the scene called neurogenesis. This is the extremely rapid creation of new neurons in the brain during infancy, and it is happening at lightning speed.
Picture your infant brain as a house undergoing just extreme renovation. I mean, walls are being moved, rooms are being totally rebuilt, and the furniture is constantly rearranged. The brain is so utterly focused on building itself up that those older, early memories basically just get overwritten. It's wild, but your brain's greatest strength for learning is exactly the reason why your earliest memories disappear. Okay, now I know what some of you are probably thinking right now. You're saying, wait a minute, I clearly remember being 1 or 2 years old. So if baby memories vanish because of all this brain construction, how is that even possible?
Well, researchers have actually found that in many cases, these aren't real memories at all. See, your mind is an absolutely incredible storyteller. What it has likely done is reconstructed a memory from the stories your parents have told you over and over again through the years.
Or it's creatively stitched together visual evidence from old family photographs that you've looked at time and time again.
Or maybe you watched old family videos. Over time, your brain takes all these different pieces and combines them until it becomes practically impossible for you to tell the difference between a vivid mental reconstruction
and a genuine, actual memory. Which brings us to Chapter 5, the hidden foundation of you. And we really have to ask here, are those early experiences truly just gone forever? Or are they just locked away? Think about learning your native language for a second. You definitely don't remember the grueling process of memorizing thousands of words, right? You don't remember that exact moment when you finally understood the grammar rules. Yet, you can speak it effortlessly today. The memory of the learning disappeared, but the learning itself, it absolutely stayed. And the exact same thing goes for infancy. The specific memories of early fears, bonding with your parents, or those comforting daily routines, they might be gone, but their effects definitely remain. They are actively shaping your behavior, your emotions, and your personality long after the conscious memory fades away.
So the first few years of your life are absolutely not a blank space. Rather, they're the hidden foundation of a building. You can't see it, and you certainly don't remember laying it, but everything above it, literally everything you are today, depends completely on it.
There was just so much happening, so incredibly fast, that your rapidly changing infant brain simply couldn't preserve those memories in a format that your adult mind could access. The memories themselves faded, but the experiences remained, leaving us with this really profound realization. The years you remember the least are actually the years that shaped you the most. The most important chapter of your story is the one you'll never be able to read. Which kind of makes you wonder, doesn't it? If you could unlock just one memory from your first year of life, what do you think it would reveal about who you are today?